Egypt has a long and fascinating history, with each period bringing to light new rulers and cultures. Among these rulers, the Egyptian kings hold a special place. The ancient Egyptians believed their kings were divine beings, chosen by the gods to act as mediators between the mortal and the divine. In this video, we will explore the life of Egyptian kings, from their rise to power to their eventual downfall. The ancient Egyptian kingdom was divided into several dynasties, each of which was ruled by a pharaoh. The earliest pharaohs date back to around 3150 BC, with Narmer being the first pharaoh to unify Upper and Lower Egypt, creating the first dynasty. The pharaohs that followed him created a centralized government with the pharaoh at its head. During this period, the pharaohs sought to legitimize their rule by marrying into noble families, creating alliances, and even trading with other nations. They also built impressive monuments and temples to honor their gods and assert their power. Great examples of these monuments include the Great Pyramids of Giza and the Temple of Ramses II. The pharaohs were also commanders of the army, leading their warriors into battle and expanding their territories. They fought wars against rivals and enemies, including the Hittites and Libyans. The reigns of many pharaohs were marked by significant achievements, arts, and culture, but some also saw political upheaval, corruption, and power struggles. For example, the 18th dynasty, which spanned from 1550 to 1292 BC, was marked by the rule of powerful queens, including Hatshepsut, Nefertiti, and Cleopatra. During their reigns, these queens proved to be equally capable and sometimes more competent than their male counterparts. Hatshepsut built several temples and monuments and fostered trade relationships with other nations. Nefertiti, on the other hand, is known for her beauty and for being a cultural and artistic patron. Her husband Akhenaten instigated significant religious reforms and upended traditional polytheistic practices in favor of a monotheistic religion that worshipped the sun god Aten. Cleopatra, the infamous last pharaoh of ancient Egypt, ruled from 51 to 30 BC during the Ptolemaic dynasty. She became famous for her intelligence, beauty, and resourcefulness, successfully navigating Egypt through a time of political turmoil and increased Roman influence. She also fostered political and romantic relationships with powerful figures such as Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. The reign of the pharaohs was eventually brought to an end in 332 BC when Alexander the Great conquered Egypt and ended the rule of the Ptolemaic dynasty. However, much of ancient Egyptian culture and traditions survived, influencing later cultures and civilizations. So, dear friends, the life of Egyptian kings and pharaohs were marked by many achievements, arts, culture, and political upheavals. They were revered as divine beings, wielding immense power and influence. But with each reign, the dynasty created by their predecessors could either rise to greatness or crumble under the weight of corruption, murder, and political instability. Ultimately, their powerful reign would end, and their contributions would remain a significant part of the rich legacy of ancient Egypt. Thank you for watching this video about the brief history of the life of an Egyptian king. It is fascinating to learn about the lives of these rulers who lived thousands of years ago and yet left a lasting impact on history. From the building of grand structures such as pyramids and temples to their political and religious roles in society, Egyptian kings held immense power and influence. By learning about the lives of these kings, we can gain insight into the ancient Egyptian society and its culture, which has fascinated historians and archaeologists for centuries. So if you're interested in history and culture, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more intriguing topics about the past. Thank you for watching.